Jai Hind all of you. We are studying the chapter Linear Equations in Two Variables. In the previous classes we learned about linear equations in two variables, how to find the solutions and the graphical representation of linear equations. Children, we are continuing the exercise problems. This is a word problem in linear equation. Please listen. The taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8 and for the subsequent distance, it is rupees 5 per kilometer. Taking the distance covered as x kilometer and total fare as rupee y, write a linear equation for this information and draw its graph. You understood anything? Yes, I will explain. In a city, about taxi fare is told. Okay, we are traveling in taxi. So, about the taxi fare, it is told. What is told about? For the first kilometer, if we travel 1 kilometer in this taxi, we need to pay how many rupee? 8 rupee. Okay, for the first kilometer, the fare is rupee 8. And for the subsequent distance, what do you mean by subsequent distance? For the remaining distance. Okay, after traveling 1 kilometer, the remaining distance for each kilometer, how many we want to pay? Rupee 5 per kilometer. So, how many kilometer we are traveling in addition? We need to pay 5 rupee more. Okay, that is for first kilometer we need to pay 8 kilometer. And again if we are traveling 1 kilometer, we want to pay plus 5. Then again 1 means plus 5. Like that 5 rupees increasing for every kilometer. Understood? Now taking the distance, in the question it is given, we want to take the full distance as x kilometer and how many rupees we paid in total. That total fare is taken as y rupee. So, using this information, we want to write a linear equation for this information and also this graphical representation. Draw its graph. Understood? So, we are going to travel how many kilometers? X kilometers we are going to travel now. Okay. So, I have just to make you understand. Here you see, here I have drawn a distance. This total distance is, that is about our problem, x kilometers. Okay. So, suppose you consider that this is a distance of x kilometers. We don't know what is x. Okay. We don't know what is x. We don't know. So, let us take the total distance as x kilometer. Now, for traveling 1 kilometer, if I started traveling from this starting point and I reached here. Okay. So, this is, you think, 1 kilometer. So, if I traveled 1 kilometer, how many rupee I want to pay for this much 1 kilometer traveling? Yes, it is rupees 8. Understood? So, rupee 8 for first kilometer, and if I travel more after 1 kilometer, I need to pay 5 rupees more. Okay. Understood? Yes. Now, my question is, for this first kilometer 8 rupees we want to give, and what about the remaining kilometer, can you say? If 1 kilometer is travelled here, total distance I have taken x, can you tell what is the remaining distance, what is the subsequent distance? Here it is given subsequent distance, we need to pay 5 rupee more. So what is the subsequent distance, children? After travelling 1 kilometer, the balance, how much is that? Yes, very good. The total distance is x kilometer. From this x kilometer, we need to subtract this 1 kilometer, right? So, what you get? That is x minus 1, put in a bracket, kilometer. Understood? So, this is the first thing you want to know. After traveling 1 kilometer, the subsequent distance from the total distance x kilometer is x minus 1 kilometer. And for this x minus 1 kilometer, how many we need to pay for each kilometer? Yes, rupees 5. Okay. So, this 1 kilometer for rupee 8 and the subsequent distance, that is x minus 1 kilometer. For each kilometer we want to pay 5 rupees extra. Understood? So that is about the idea of the question given. Now we will continue the steps. You will understand more. Okay? So let us start our answer. Yes, how to start? First we can take the total distance given x kilometer. So I am writing let the total distance that is given in the question, that is be x kilometer. Okay, so the total distance is x kilometer given, and what is this y? Total fare. Okay, total fare, how many we paid in the end, that is rupee y. So I can write like this. They are also given the total fare is rupee y. Okay, so these two datas are given in the problem. Total distance x kilometer and total fare is y rupee. Okay, now what is given? Given that for the first kilometer the fare is rupee 8. Okay, when we travel first kilometer, the fare we want to give rupee 8. Therefore, the subsequent distance, that is the remaining distance, is x minus 1 kilometer. How this came, you understood, children? From the total distance we subtracted the first kilometer. Yes. Now this implies the total fare of the subsequent distance. Okay, for the subsequent distance, how many we need to pay? Can you say? Yes, for the remaining distance we want to pay rupees 5. Correct. For each kilometer we want to pay rupees 5. So x minus 1 kilometer, for how many rupees we want to pay? Yes, we want to multiply this remaining distance by 5. So that is equal to rupees. For each kilometer we want to multiply by 5, and that is x minus 1. Yes, this is it. The total fare of the subsequent distance, that is remaining distance for each kilometer, we want to pay 5 rupees more. Understood? Now, so these are the things given in the problem. Total distance x, total fare y. For first kilometer rupee 8 is paid, and the remaining distance x kilometer, for each kilometer 5 rupees is paid, so that the total fare of the subsequent distance is 5 into that remaining distance x minus 1. Now what is our aim, children? What we want to say first? We want to form the linear equation. So how to form linear equation for this given data? Yes, we already studied in linear equations how we want to form the equation by reading a statement, all that we studied. And here we are going to write the equation like this. You want to write, therefore, by the given data, that is from the question, how we will pay the total fare, children? Yes, by adding all the rupees, we will get the total fare. So what is the total fare given here? Y rupees. So this total fare y equal to, how we are paying the total fare? For first kilometer we paid 8 rupees. So that 8 plus, for the remaining kilometer we paid 5 rupees for each kilometer. So 5 into x minus 1. This is the linear equation. Did you understand? Yes, clear? So total fare is equal to, total fare means always we will add all the amount. So first kilometer for 8 rupees and the remaining kilometer for 5 rupees. So that these two are added, so we get the total fare. So the equation is y equal to 8 plus 5 into x minus 1. Now can you simplify this equation again? Yes, this implies y equal to 8 plus, open the bracket, 5 into x, 5x, and 5 into minus 1, minus 5. Again you can simplify this equation. This implies y equal to, yes, 5x. What is 8 and minus 5 when combined? 8 minus 5 is plus 3. So 5x plus 3. Okay. So this is the required linear equation for the given situation. Okay. So we got one part of our answer. Understood? So total fare is equal to the amount travelled for first kilometer plus the subsequent distance amount. So simplify that, you will get y equal to 5x plus 3, our required linear equation. Now what is the second part of the question? Draw its graph. So using this linear equation, we want to draw the graph. And before drawing the graph, what you want, children? Yes, we need the coordinates. We need the coordinates for drawing the graph. Yes, now to find out the coordinates, children, you want to draw a tabular column, and first row is our x coordinate and second row is our y coordinate. Now using this equation, we need to find out the points. And for, you see, x is our choice. We can take any values for x, and correspondingly using this equation, we need to find the values of y. Okay, and for finding the coordinates of any given equation, we can use 0, we can use negative values, we can use positive values for x, and we can find the corresponding value of y. And in this question, you want to notice that this x kilometer is distance. Okay, so this x denotes the distance here, so that you need not take any negative value. Okay, we will not say distance in negative value, so that negative value no need of in this problem. We can use just positive numbers. So I am just taking x for one value is 0, and one value is 1, and yes, 2. Okay, so x I opted as was 0, 1, 2, and for this I need to find out the corresponding y. Okay, yes, so these values you are putting in this equation to find out your y. When x is 0, what is y here? Yes, y equal to 5x plus 3, no? So y equal to 5 into 0 plus 3, and 5 into 0, you know, 0. So 0 plus 3 is 3. So when x is 0, y is 3. Now take for y x equal to 1, what happens? Y equal to, put in this equation, okay, 5 into 1 plus 3. Yes, so 5 into 1 is 5, plus first you want to multiply, then add. So 5 into 1, 5 plus 3 is 8. So first value 3, second value is 8. Now the third one, when x is 2, what happens? 5 into 2 plus 3. 5 into 2 is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. So when x is 2, y is 13. So what are the coordinates? The coordinates or the points. Okay, the coordinates of the graph are, what are the coordinates we got? First you want to write the x point. So 0, 3. Then what is the second coordinate? 1, 8. And the third coordinates 2, 13. Okay, so we got all the three coordinates. Now for this you want to draw the graph. So children, you know to draw the Cartesian plane here. So I have drawn here the 4 quadrants. You want to mark x, x dash, y, y dash, all them you want to mark correctly. Okay, and the middle is the origin 0. And now you see here according to your x and y values you want to draw the graph. Okay, here you see for x value 0, 1, 2, only small numbers, and y for I need to take positive values up to 13 is needed. 13 is needed, so that only in the graph I draw the x-axis some below. Okay, some down I draw the x-axis, then only I will get which number up to 13 I can plot. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 13 I can plot only when I draw some x-axis down. So in this way you can also adjust and draw the graph. Okay, what are the numbers needed in the axis, accordingly you can change the position. Okay, so here I have drawn this, in this graph paper I have drawn x-axis some down, so that y axis for I can easily plot this 13. Yes, so so that is convenient to make the graph so much easy. Now what are the points we need to plot here? Yes, so here you see this is one unit graph. I have plotted 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Y axis also 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is one unit graph. You know very well, you already studied. And now you see what are the points we want to plot. What is the first point? Yes, 0 and 3. So 0 and 3 means x 0, y value is 3. Where you will plot, children? X 0 and y is 3. X 0 means it is no value, and y 3 means in y axis positive, because the x coordinate is 0, the point you want to plot in the y axis. So this is our, understood all of you? So this is our what? 0, 3. So this point is our 0, 3. Because x coordinate is 0, we need to plot the point on the y axis. So 0, 3 we plotted. Now what is our second point, children? The second point is, yes, 1 and 8. x1, y is 8. So that where is x1? Here. X axis 1 is here. Okay. Now y is our 8. So y 8 where? Yes. So you can use a scale also. So x is 1 and y is 8. So this is the required point. Understand? So x is 1 and y is 8. Okay. So this is the required point 1, 8. Understood all of you? Yes. So 1, 8 we plotted. Now our third coordinate is 2 and 13. Okay, 2, 13. x2, y 13. So x2 is where, children? Yes, x2. So x2 you want to keep a ruler, and y 13. So y 13 for, yes, you want to take 2 units from the y axis, that is this point. Okay, understood? So x2 and y is 13, this point. So there you want to mark 2 and 13. Understood? So we got all the 3 coordinates. So children, now we got the 3 points and our aim is to draw the graph. So keep the ruler like this properly on the 3 dots and join all the dots. You can extend the line also, and okay, you can extend the line and you can give both sides like this arrow mark, and you want to write the equation nearby the graph. What is the equation, children? It is y equal to 5x plus 3. So write the equation y equal to 5x plus 3. Okay, so this is the required graph of the linear equation. Understood? So that is about the problem. Now this is your second question, children. We can read the question. If the work done by a body on application of a constant force is directly proportional to the distance travelled by the body. Okay, so the thing is told about work done and constant force is there. Okay, so work done by a force. You may have studied in physical science. When a force is applied on a body, some work is done by the force, correct? What happens when we apply force on an object? Yes, it moves, correct? So an object is there, and when force is applied to this object, it moves, correct? So it moves to certain distance. So from this position it moves to another position when force is applied, correct? So an object moves to a certain distance when a force is applied, and that is called work done by the force. And this distance, what the new position, okay, so this much distance is traveled by that object when the force is applied, and so this is called displacement. Displacement means how much it is moving. Okay, so this is the concept you may have studied in physics also. So just I am telling the idea here. So when a force is applied on a body, certain work is done and the object changes to a new position. So that is only told here. If the work done by a body on application of a constant force. What do you mean by constant force? The force is not changing. The value of the force is not changing. Is directly proportional to the distance travelled by the body. What do you mean by directly proportional? Directly proportional means when a quantity is increased, the result is also increased. Okay, means if I am taking two values x and y, okay, so x is directly proportional to y. If this is the meaning, if x increases, y also increases. If x decreases, y also decreases. So that proportionality we always call directly proportional. Okay, so the value of x and y are directly proportional, means both are having similar changes. Okay, so here what is told, work done by a body on application of a constant force. When force is applied, work is done, and that work done is directly proportional to what? The distance travelled by the body. So how much distance travelled by the body, it is directly proportional to the work done. So this one we want to express in the form of an equation in two variables. Okay, so we want to take the two variables and represent it an equation and draw the graph of the same. Like previous problem, we want to draw the graph also by taking the constant force as 5 units. So here constant force, the force magnitude of the force is not changing. It is how much? 5 units. So for taking force equal to 5 units, we want to form the equation. And after that, also read from the graph. From the graph, you want to find out the work done when the distance traveled. So when the distance is traveled 2 units, what is the work done? When the distance is 0 units, what is the work done? So that after drawing the graph, we need to find out. So this is what the problem. Let us continue with the answer. You will understand. So I am starting the solution. Okay, you got a clear idea about the question? Yes. So what are the things given? I am going to write. First I am writing let the distance. What is the distance travelled by the body given? Let the distance travelled. Okay, when force is applied, the object is moving. Okay, moving to a certain distance. So that distance I am taking as, let the distance travelled by the body is x units. Okay, so the body moves to x units, and next is work done. So let the work done by what kind of force here? Constant force. By the constant force be y units. So because we want to represent this in two variables, I have taken two variables x and y. The first variable x is denoting the distance travelled, and the second variable y is the work done by the constant force. Okay, now you have studied a relation between work done and force. What is that? Okay, work done is equal to, this is the important relation between work done, force and displacement. You might have studied. So we are applying this relation here. Okay, so what is the relation? Work done is equal to force into displacement. You might have studied like this. W is equal to force into displacement. Okay, so this is the relation we are applying in this question. So what are the things you know about work done? What is the work done we have taken, children? Therefore work done we have assumed as what? Y, correct? The variable y. So y is equal to, what is the value of force given in this question? Yes, force is 5. So 5 units into displacement. Displacement means distance. What is the distance we have taken? It is x. So y equal to 5 into x. So this is the y equal to 5 into x means y equal to 5x. So this y equal to 5x is the required equation. So we got the equation now. So in order to draw the graph, we need to form the tabular column, and as usual we are taking x and y coordinates. Now using this equation, okay, using this equation we are going to find out the coordinates. So x coordinates is our choice. I am going to take x as 0, 1 and 2. What is x here? X is the distance traveled here. So that I am taking only the positive numbers. And let us find y. Yes, how to find y when x is 0? Yes, here it is very easy. 5 into, no other numbers, 5x. 5x is the value of y. So that when x is 0, what is y? 5 into 0, correct? For x you want to put 0. So 5 into 0 is 0. Understand? So 0, 0 is one coordinate. Now when x is 1, 5 into 1, so that is 5. And when x is 2, 5 into 2, that is 10. Okay, so what are the coordinates we got? Therefore the coordinates are the coordinates of the graph, correct? Of the graph are 0, 0. Yes, combine the points 1, 5 and 2, 10. Understood? So we got the 3 coordinates. Now we need to draw the graph. Now one thing, children, here you see in this type of equation. So here you see this is an equation. Just I remembered that concept, so I am telling to you. This is also an information needed to you. Here the equation is y equal to 5x. Okay, so this type of equation means y a variable, or you or you think this type of equation, x equal to 5y. Okay, so anyways, both are not same, they are different equations, but I want to tell you something. A variable is equal to a constant into another variable. This type of equation, here also a variable is equal to a constant into another variable. This type of equation, always when you draw the graph, this will pass through the origin. Why? Because you see in this type of equation, when we give x value 0, y also becomes 0. Or here you see, if we give y value 0, x also becomes 0. Understand? So this is an important point, children. This type of equation, a variable is equal to constant into another variable. Is in this way it is coming. This always passes through origin. Origin means 0, 0. Okay, so that always will satisfy this important point. So all of you want to remember this. Okay. Okay, this is just I told you, this is not regarded to this problem, just I remembered this, so you want to remember. Okay, this is an important point. This type of equation always passes through the origin in the Cartesian plane. Okay, so children, our Cartesian plane is ready here. We need to plot the points only. Yes, go through the tabular column. What are the points we have taken? The first one is 0, 0. Correct? 0, 0. So we can plot the point 0, 0 in the origin. The origin is 0, 0. So just mark that point 0, 0. Understood, children? So we marked the first point 0, 0. Now the second point is, yes, 1, 5. Okay, x coordinate 1 and y is 5. Where is x coordinate? This one. This is 1 and 5. Where is the 5? Yes, straight to 1 you want to take. This is our point 1, 5. Correct? Okay. Now what is our third coordinate, children? That is 2 and 10. X is 2, y is 10. So take x2, yes, in the x-axis. Where is 2? Here. So 2, use the ruler for taking longer distance. And where is our 10? Yes, straight to 2. Here straight to 2. Our 10 is, yes, here. Okay, so this is the point 2 and 10 will meet. X2, y 10. Okay, so all the three coordinates we plotted. Now we want to draw the graph. Yes. Okay, so take the ruler, join the three dots correctly. Yes. Okay, now we can extend the line and complete our graph. Yes, after drawing the graph, just put an arrow mark on both sides and write the equation near the graph. What is the equation, children? Y is equal to 5x. So write the equation y is equal to 5x. Okay, now you see what I told before. This graph you see, it passes through origin. Can you see here? Yes. So this type of all graphs, y equal to 5x or y equal to 6x, 9x, or I said no, x equal to 5y, x equal to 10y. So in this way of any linear equation will pass through origin. Okay, so remember always that point. So our graph is completed. Now the question is not over actually. We draw the graph now. Now what is asked in the question? Also read from the graph. You want to find out from the graph the work done when the distance travelled by the body is. Okay, we want to find out the work done. What is our work done? Y. We have taken work done as y. So we need to find out the value of y when the distance travelled by the body. That is, we want to find out the value of x. We want to find out the value of y when x is 2 units and x is 0 units. So this we need to find out from the graph. Okay, so take your graph again. So we are going to find out the solution. So what is the thing here? X is our distance and y is our work done. Okay, so the given 2 units, this is distance, 0 units, that is also distance. So what is the value of y when x is 2? What is the value of y when x is 0? So that is the thing we want to find out. So this we want to do in the graph. So that first we are taking the first question, subdivision 1. What is the value of y when x is 2? So how will you find out? This you want to find out from the graph. Okay, so you take x equal to 2, that is here, and this x equal to 2 for what is the corresponding value of y? That is, if you take the ruler like this, okay, when x equal to 2, you just take the ruler and join this 2 to our graph, that is the line graph what we have drawn already. You just put like this. Yes, so already we have found that answer. When x is 2, y is equal to what? 10, correct? So there you just join this lines, so that this is the answer for the first question, that is when work done. Okay, that is the first subdivision answer. When y equal to, okay, when when x is equal to, the distance traveled is 2 units, that is when x is equal to 2 units, what is the work done, children? Yes, y equal to 10 units. So this is the answer for the first subdivision. Okay, so this is the meaning. When distance traveled is 2 units, the work done is 10 units. Understood? Yes. Now come to the second subdivision. What is asked? What is the second subdivision? 0 units. That is when x is 0, what is y? That also we have already found out. When x is equal to 0, you see the tabular column, we have already found out. When x is equal to 0, y is also 0. So that is the answer for our second subdivision. When x means distance. So when the 0 distance is travelled, work done is also 0 units. Okay, so these are the so that we want to find out from the graph actually, so that we are not doing any steps. We want to just see the graph. When x is 2, y is 10. When x is 0, y is also 0. So that is our two answers. This is your next question. Read the question. In countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in countries like India, it is measured in Celsius. Here is a linear equation that converts Fahrenheit to Celsius. You understood, children? In many countries, the Fahrenheit scale is used, and in our country, India, we use Celsius scale. Okay, and Fahrenheit and Celsius, there is a relation given as an equation here. F is equal to 9 by 5 into bracket 9 by 5 of C plus 32. So this equation is the conversion of Fahrenheit scale to Celsius scale. So that is the meaning of this question. Okay, so this is the equation that is relating Fahrenheit scale and Celsius scale, and this is our question given. And now subdivisions questions are asked. We need to answer from this relation. Understood? So F is meant by Fahrenheit, C is Celsius. Now we can see what are the questions asked below. Now the first question, you see, draw the graph of the linear equation above using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. Okay, so this is our first question. For this is an equation, correct? This is a linear equation. Actually, linear equation in two variables. What are the two variables? F and C. For this equation, we need to draw a graph. Okay, so who is our x-axis now? Celsius. Celsius is taken as x-axis and Fahrenheit is taken as y-axis. Okay, so this you want to represent in graph sheet. We are going to find the x coordinate and y coordinate to draw the graph. You see here, Celsius is our x-axis and Fahrenheit scale is our y-axis. I have written the relation here. Now you see there is a fraction here, no? 9 by 5 of C. Of means multiplied. So it is better to select the values of C as per it is divisible by 5. Then it will be easy for you to simplify and find the value of f. See, I have selected c value 0, so it will be 0 here when you multiply. Then 10, if I am selecting here, 5 and 10 can be cancelled. Similarly 5 also, if I am writing here, 5 and 5 are cancelled. So that because this is a fraction, I selected the values like this, okay, multiples of 5, so that it will be easy for simplification. For any other value also you can select, but if it is not cancelling or it is getting a decimal number, then it is little bit difficult to plot in the graph. That's why what is the easiest way that you want to select, okay. So here I am selected Celsius value 0, 10 and 5. Now for this values we can find out what is the corresponding value of f, okay. So first what is the value of c? Listen. Yes, 0. So when c is equal to 0, yes, so you put in the equation to get the value of f. So f equal to 9 by 5 of c means into, correct? That is 0 plus 32. You know any number multiplied by 0 is 0, so that 0 plus 32. So what is the value of f we got when you put c equal to 0? 32. So that is the first value of f, 32. Now you take the value of c as 10. When c is equal to 10, what happens to the relation? F equal to 9 by 5. Okay, I am just putting the value so that no need of bracket, plus 32. Now you see this 5 and 10 can be easily cancelled, no? So 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10. So what is the answer now? 9 into 2. First you want to multiply 18 plus 32. What is 18 plus 32, children? Yes, it is 50. So second value you got for f is 50. Okay, now you want to put one more value when c equal to 5. So what f becomes? F equal to, yes, 9 by 5 into 5 plus 32. Here also you can cancel 5 and 5 one times. So the remaining 9 plus 32. What is 9 plus 32? 41. Okay. So the third value is 41. Okay. Now, so what are the coordinates? Therefore, the coordinates are, yes, first coordinate is first x value, then y value. So 0, 32. Next is 10, 50, and next is 5, 41. Yes, so we got the three coordinates. Now for this we want to plot in the graph. This is your graph. Draw the Cartesian plane, x-axis, y-axis. So here you see in the table we got some larger numbers, that is 32, 50 and 41. So that in the graph I took the scale of 5 units. Okay, that is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter in the graph shows 5 units. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like that 5 difference I took in the x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So that is the way we are taking the scale. Now we are going to plot the points. Now let us see the first coordinate. Who is the first coordinate? 0 and 32. 0 in the x-axis and 32 in the y-axis. So 0 and 32 in the y-axis means this positive side. Now you see children, here only 35 is there. After 30 we got 35 here, no? So how to take 32 now? Yes, so after 30 we have 32. So 35, how to take in between 32? So that you want to understand, because this is 5 unit scale. Always you want to consider the small lines in between. Okay, how many lines are in between a unit? Yes, there are 10 subdivisions. So because we took here 5 units, you want to take this 5, that is you want to see like this. I am explaining 5 units. Okay, 1 centimeter shows 5 units here, and you know there are 10 subdivisions. 1 centimeter is 10 divisions. So what you want to do to find out the value of one small line, you want to divide this 5 by 10. 5 by 10 means that is 0.5. Okay, so this is the way to understand the value of one small line. If you are taking 5 units, then the value of one small line is 0.5. If you are taking 2 units, then 2 by 10, that is 0.2. If you are taking 4 units, 4 by 10, that is 0.4. So for any type of scale you are using, you just divide the units by 10, you will get the value of one small line in the graph. So for this graph what we are taken 5 units, the value of one small line is how much? 0.5. Okay. So how to take 32 now, children? Yes, one small line is taken as 0.5. So 32 means 30 after the next small line is 30.5, then 31, then 31.5, then 32. Okay, understand? So you want to take one small line as 0.5, 30 after 30.5, then 31, then 31.5, the next is 32. So this is the value 0, 32. Understood? Yes. Now look at the second coordinate. What is the second coordinate? 10 and 50. That is easy only. So where is 10 in the x-axis? This one. So this is 10 and 50. So take the ruler and you want to take 10, and where is 50 in y-axis? Yes, here 10 and 50. Okay, so this is the intersecting point of 10 and 50. So the second point is also plotted. Now take the third coordinate. What is the third coordinate, children? 5 and 41. So x5, y value is 41. So again come to x5, that is the first point, and 41. 41 means, you see, we have in y-axis 40 is there, then 45. So again you want to count the small lines. 40 after, this is 40. So 40 after the next line is 40.5, then the second line is 41. Okay, the second line is 41. So that is the point 5 and 41. Yes, now we plotted all the three coordinates. It is enough to draw the graph. Now join the points with your ruler and draw the graph now. Take the scale, keep it in the dots properly, and you can join the dots and extend the graph also, no problem. Okay, so that we plotted all the 3 points. Now you can write the equation. What is the equation of this graph? F is equal to 9 by 5 of C plus 32. So for this linear equation in 2 variables, we plotted the geometric representation of the graph by 3 coordinates. All of you complete the homework from exercise 4.3 question number 7. We will continue the exercise in the next video. Thank you.